There is nothing wrong with your heart. It's as if the disease was never there. That is the kind of God we serve. A God who doesn't barely treat the symptoms, but completely restores. You see, we sometimes behave as if healing is a rarity, as if miracles are relics of the past. Oh, wow, whoa, whoa. Sure, the miracles. But miracles are not scarce. They are. They manifest wherever faith is present, wherever individuals dare to believe that prayer is not just words cast into the air, but a potent force that unleashes the power of heaven. And that power is unleashed. Sickness has no choice but to yield. And one of the most profound testimonies I have ever encountered involved a young boy who had never uttered a single word in his life. His parents had explored every avenue, specialists, therapies, treatments, yet nothing had broken through his silent world. But his mother, unwavering in her faith, brought him forward for prayer and simply whispered in his ear, "Jesus is healing you." And the instant those words were spoken, the boy looked up, opened his mouth, and for the very first time said, "Jesus." That single word to shatter years of silence. That one word was the undeniable evidence of a miracle. From that day forward, he spoke fluently, as if he had been speaking his entire life. How do you explain that? How do you rationalize that? You simply acknowledge that the presence of God transforms everything in an instant. Some of you seated here tonight may be wondering, could that happen for me? Could I be the next testimony? I am here to declare unequivocally, yes, you can. Because the power of God is not selective. He does not show favoritism. The same God who healed in the Bible is healing today. Just saying, Jesus who restored the sick with a touch is reaching out to you right now. If you will dare to believe, if you will reach out in faith, your testimony could be the next one that reverberates through the world. Fear is a truth so simple yet so potent that when you grasp it, your entire existence will be transformed. Healing is not about earning God's favor. It is not contingent upon being good enough or executing everything flawlessly. Healing is about grace. It is about the boundless love of a father who yearns to see his children whole. So many grapple with receiving healing because they feel unworthy, succumbing to the lie that perhaps God is punishing them. That their prayers haven't been sufficient, that they don't deserve to be healed. But let me set the record straight. Healing is not about what you deserve. It is about who got it. Throughout the scriptures, we witness Jesus healing individuals who had done nothing to merit it. The blind beggar by the roadside, simply crying out, "Son of David, have mercy on me." He possessed no status, no wealth, nothing to offer, yet Jesus stopped for him. The woman caught in adultery, whom the religious leaders sought to stone, Jesus not only forgave, but also restored. The lepers, the outcasts, those whom society shunned, Jesus reached out his hand, touched them, and made them whole. Not once did he say, "First, clean up your life, then I will heal you." Not once did he say, "Come back when you were more spiritual, when you've accumulated enough good deeds." No, I healed of pure love. I healed because healing is an intrinsic expression of his nature. If you are here tonight thinking, I don't know if I am worthy of healing, let me be clear. Your worthiness is not the prerequisite. It is because of everything Jesus has done. When he bore the stripes on his back, it wasn't just for the righteous. It was for the broken, for the sinner. It was for you. He has already paid the full price. And if the price has already been paid, why would you continue to carry sickness in your body? Why would you accept what Jesus has already taken upon himself? I remember a man who approached me for prayer, having battled a disease for years. Sure. I don't know if God will heal me. I haven't been the best Christian. I have made too many mistakes. And I looked at him and asked, do you believe Jesus forgives sin? I know that. Then why do you doubt that he heals sickness? The same cross that forgives is the same cross that heals. And then that he released his guilt, he let go. Wise that whisper he was. Well, and good now. In the instant he embraced God's love, healing flowed through his body like a river. In a heartbeat, he was my hope. Oh, money strive to earn what has already been freely given. Imagine if I presented you with a gift, and you persistently tried to pay me for it. That would be insulting, wouldn't it? That is precisely how it is when we attempt to earn what God has already provided. It's not a reward for good behavior. It is a gift from a loving Father, and all we must do is receive it. There was a woman who had endured bodily pain for over 2 decades, and had consulted every physician, taken every medication, explored every treatment, yet nothing had brought relief. And in me, I just assumed this was my burden to bear. One night, as she listened to the word of God, a revelation dawned within her. For the first time, she realized that hearing was already hers, that she didn't need to beg for it. She simply needed to believe it. And the moment she relinquished the notion that she had to prove herself to God, the pain vanished. 20 years of suffering disappeared in seconds, not because she suddenly became worthy, but because she finally accepted what was already hers. Some of you are seated here, carrying sickness, pain, or disease that does not belong to you. You have accepted it as your lot in life. But I am here to declare that Jesus has already carried it for you. You don't have to bear what he has already borne. You don't have to hold on to what he has already taken away. The sole barrier between you and your healing is the decision to receive it right here, right now. The grace of God surpasses your past, transcends your failures, and dwarfs your doubts. And when you open your heart to his love, when you cease striving and begin believing, healing comes not gradually, not eventually, but instantly. But because the love of God knows no delay, and his healing power is already present. There arrives a pivotal moment when faith must transcend mere intellectual assent and translate into tangible action. It is insufficient to simply hear the truth, to acknowledge it, or even to agree with it. Faith demands to be put to work, because hearing is not a passive waiting game. It is something we actively step into. We have explored authority. We have delved into faith. We have recognized the power of prayer, and we have embraced the love of God. But now it is time to act. It is time to receive healing, not as a distant possibility or a future hope, but as a present reality. Because the same God who healed in the Bible, the same Jesus who moved through crowds and restored the afflicted, is here right now, and he is ready to heal. He have witnessed it too many times to ever harbor doubt. He have seen individuals who step forward or say what is already theirs, and walk away transformed in an instant.
A woman once entered a service, unable to stand without assistance.
Her legs had been weak for years, and she relied on others for even the simplest movement. But as she absorbed the word of God, as she understood that healing was not a far-off dream, but a reality already purchased for her, faith began to stir within her.
And when the moment for prayer arrived, she didn't hesitate. She didn't wait for a physical sensation to precede her belief. She simply believed.
And before anyone could even lay hands on her, she stood up. She took a step, then another, and suddenly she was walking across the room, completely healed, completely restored because she acted on her faith. That is the power of a decision, the power of declaring,
I will not wait another day. I will not let fear hold me back. I will not allow doubt to steal what is rightfully mine. I receive my healing now. I receive my healing now.
Because healing is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It is about recognizing that the perfect moment is now. This presence of God is here. His power is here. And when you step out in faith, when you act upon what he has already promised, healing manifests instantaneously. If you quote another man who had battled chronic back pain for years he had prayed, years he had believed, yet nothing seemed to change. Until one night, as we spoke about faith in action, something shifted within him. I realized that he had been passively waiting for healing to occur instead of actively taking hold of it by faith. Oh, right then and there, without waiting for anyone to pray for him, he stood up, stretched out his back, and immediately the pain was gone. Years of suffering ended in a second. Not due to luck, not because he was special, but because he acted upon what he already believed. Faith did not pass aside. It does not wait to see results before it moves.
Faith moves first. When Jesus instructed the lame man to pick up his mat and walk, that man had a choice.
He could have hesitated. He could have questioned. He could have waited to feel something before attempting to move.
But he didn't. Heard the word, and he acted upon it. And the moment he moved, healing was released. I ask you, what will you do in this moment? Will you wait? Will you hesitate?
Or will you seize hold of what Jesus has already given you?
Healing is not just for some. It is not exclusively for those who feel spiritually elevated or strong enough. Healing is for every person who will dare to believe and act upon that belief. It is for you right now. Some of you have carried sickness for so long that you have accepted it as an intrinsic part of your life. But I am telling you tonight, it is not a part of you. It does not belong to you. It has no right to stay. In an instant, you stand in faith the moment you declare, I am healed in Jesus' name, that sickness will have to leave. He has a choice because faith moves mountains. Faith alters reality. Faith takes what is unseen and makes it visible. And when faith is put into action, healing happens in seconds. Time for waiting is over. Time for wondering is over. Time for second guessing is over. This is your moment. is your breakthrough. And as you step into faith, as you declare the word of God over your life, healing will flow like a river, touching every part of your body, restoring every area that is broken, restoring every area